A side official, you already know. No negotiations needed, period. The first in the building, WCS on deck. What it do? Yes, definitely you know and you understand that I had to let my voice be heard about what we witnessed yesterday. Anthony Joshua, former two-time heavyweight champion, went in there against a former UFC heavyweight champion, 0-1, who was coming off a loss to Tyson Fury. Now, I'm going to set this whole entire play up for boxing fans to tell you why the sport sucks. Just like my guy Music would say, it sucks. It sucks. It's a non-regulated sport. And the system, let me put that out. The system of boxing sucks. Okay? I'm looking back on this just to get Francis Ngannou into the eyelids of the boxing fans. I'm curious to know that his knockout of Tyson Fury was even something that was organic and natural. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, the fight wasn't sanctioned. I mean, not sanctioned. The fight wasn't approved by the commission to be a title fight because Francis Ngannou was 0-0 as a boxer. And amongst other political details that we don't know, that was in the contract. Why? Because in boxing, man, it's a lot of other people besides us that's making big time money that knew Joshua was going to knock out Francis early in the fight. They knew that. It was already planned and scheduled. I'm looking back at Tyson Fury and how the fight wasn't scheduled with the WBC on the line. So anything can happen, really. Anything can happen. Tyson Fury would have won the fight regardless. So I'm looking at how he was knocked down because I was looking at the video. And I say, I don't even think that knockdown was organic with Ngannou. I think it was just to set this fight up with Joshua. I think it was just to have people get in there and thinking, because boxing is a puppet master's dream. This is a puppet master dream, man. The hocus pocus of this sport. It has so many magicians that's stringing the ropes, y'all. It's difficult to find out what you believe you're about to see and what actually happens in the results, in the wash, as they call it. So I'm thinking to myself, man, maybe that Tyson Fury knockdown was just to add a little suspense to the fight, just to build up, Francis Ngannou, get him 0-1. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew Tyson Fury was winning because they wasn't going to mess up the Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight. As you go back, Eddie Hearn was going around telling people that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua was going to do millions upon millions for the undisputed. Right? He never got that. You know what I'm saying? He never got that. Have the winner of Francis Ngannou, Anthony Joshua, facing the winner of Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Now, I don't want to be a tree climber and go out on a limb on this undisputed heavyweight fight, but something's fishy to me. You know what I'm saying? I looked at that fight at least about 15 times, as long as it lasted, between Anthony Joshua and Ngannou. And Anthony Joshua's fight with Robert Helenius was no different than his fight with freaking Ngannou. Robert Helenius was doing quite well with Joshua. And then they just Robert Helenius started to pose. And he got hit with the right hand from Joshua. Just stood up there, got hit. It's not like Joshua set that shit up. You know what I'm saying? He didn't land that on Otto Wallin. He didn't land that on Otto Wallin because Otto Wallin is now scheduled to fight Deontay Wilder. What good would it be for Deontay Wilder to fight Otto Wallin if he was just knocked out by Joshua? Flatline. So what do I always tell you all? I say, in order for boxing, the system, to save a fighter, the referee stoppage or a fighter retiring on the stool is much more saving than them being flatlined. Okay? So what we seen last night was a 0-1 boxer in Ngannou going in there, 37 years old. He never had a bright future in the sport. You know what I'm saying? It was good for conversation. You know what I'm saying? It was good for conversation. I even said to myself, people will want to see that fight with Tyson. But that is the hocus pocus of boxing. They got us to believe that Ngannou was this big bad threat, got him paid, right? Brought him back to the table. Because the first fight with Fury was just him getting that birthday present. Say, listen, we got you more fans. We got you this, we got you that. We did our part. We put you in there with 2-time heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. Now your followers have went up. We did everything we're supposed to do. Now we're gonna get you the next fight. All right, the next fight. The machine is behind Joshua. You have to understand that. So we're gonna pay you this $20 million, and you're gonna go in there and become a part of the modern day mannequin challenge in combat. You're gonna become a Cameroon tree stump. You're gonna act like your legs are in freaking quicksand. You act like, okay, I'm gonna get hit. Look, the man got hit flush the first time, right? As flush as you can get punched in the mouth, and he got up no problem. No problem, y'all. This man got up no problem. And he went right back in the range and did what? The same exact thing. The same exact thing. For $20 million, y'all. For $20 million. Francis Ngannou sold himself out to the diving team. The newest member is Ngannou himself, man. You know what I'm saying? He had no problem in 2024 in becoming a member of the Olympic diving team of combat sports. He took $20 million and he said, I have no problem. I have no problem taking $20 million for 3 shots to the face. I have no problem. I still have PFL, and I'm going to go to PFL and still be good in my MMA community. He embarrassed the MMA community. Conor McGregor, in my opinion, had a bigger fight, period. He got paid way more than Francis Ngannou. And also, he performed, in my opinion, much, much better because he was stopped in the 10th round. As in Ngannou, he was starched out in 2 rounds. If you look at how Tyrone Woodley was freaking blasted out by Jake Paul, how can you become a boxer who understands the magnitude of a fight you in? You understand your opponent is there to strike you, to cause and inflict harm on you, right? How do you just stop? How do you say you're in the heavyweight division and you stand right there in front of a puncher? There's not even a hard puncher. Did you see Joshua warming up with that freaking combination? That same combination he hit freaking Ngannou with? And then Ngannou comes up here and just allows him the greatest statue. I mean, Ngannou's statuesque type performance, he was better than the Statue of Liberty. They should sign him up for a full-time membership, man. Get that man goddamn chromed up, create him a statue and put that shit up there real quick. You know what I'm saying? They need that because Francis act like he never moved around in a cage for 5 minutes straight now. He goes right there and gets knocked down. And you're trying to tell me training with Mike Tyson, he didn't teach you no head movement. He didn't teach you how to use the ring. Bullshit. That's why you got Mike Tyson about to fight Jake Paul. All this shit you see going on is a stage play, bro. A stage play full of magicians. It's a ruse. It's disingenuous. Somebody that's never got paid that type of money, and Francis Ngannou, and for him to become a millionaire, now and be comfortable and be able to provide for his people back home. I'm not nowhere feeling some type of way about that. I get it. But it just goes to show you how boxing, they're all about the manipulative part of fooling the consumers all the time, especially for the betting odds. I thought for sure, and I know for sure deep down inside, that Francis Ngannou is a better boxer yesterday. This man let Joshua blast him out, man. He stood there while Joshua landed the same combination. Joshua literally threw the same combination twice. And when Francis came in, all he did was the right hand. That's it. You trying to tell me out of all the film with you training with Mike Tyson, you all looked at no film? Not to mention Dewey Cooper. Dewey Cooper, he's getting a pretty good little paycheck off the top of that fight too. And Ngannou got paid very well to take a dive. I bet Greg Louganis will be very, very happy to know that he has company. You know what I'm saying? I think the high dive team will look at this and say, "Damn, he represented us very, very well. We commend you. Salute to you." Hey, shout out to the first in the building, man. IOTBA Boxing Talk is on deck. What it do, bro? Salute to you, man. Make sure you check out one of the GOATs on here, man. Salute to you. MMA is the point. MMA is pointless because they knock out a lot of people with their hands. Might as well do boxing and make millions. They knock out a lot of people with their hands. I beg to differ when you have spinning technique, whether it consists of your elbows or the heel of your foot landing first. Shin, a lot of their damage comes from low calf to thigh kicks. Shin, bone on bone. Come on now. The glove is protecting the hands. 4 ounces in MMA, vice 8 to 10 or whatever you find that in boxing. And you're trying to say they get what? They do a lot of knockouts with their hands? They knock out a lot of people with their hands? Come on, bro. Shout out to the OG, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, man. The OG in the building, salute. What's going to the OG, Mr. Golden? What's going on with you, man? I know it's going to be some people like looking at this like, well, you just can't accept that a fighter that you was going for got beat. It's easy to say that shit. First of all, I was never, if you follow me back to the MMA days, I put Francis Ngannou as my top 2 worst ever heavyweight fights that I've ever seen in MMA. If you go back and watch him and Derek Lewis, it is one of the worst heavyweight fights that you would ever see. Period. So I've been following Ngannou for quite some time. He's never been like my favorite fighter. Never. But coming off this, you try to think that, okay, boxing has some genuineness to it, right? And just when I was having confidence about Riyadh, based off the fight card we seen with Daniel Dubois and freaking Jarrell Miller, Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, all those other fights, we say, man, okay, those is pretty damn good heavyweight scraps. And then we start getting into the political aspect, because the reality is that money allows someone not just to talk different, but it allows them to think different. If someone gives you some money that's going to change your life, no matter what position you're in, and you haven't never experienced this level before, you may be very, very quick to check the box for confirmation. It may be just that quick. And when I told people about Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallin, that was a fixed fight. I don't care if you agree with me or not. The shit is playing out perfectly. That shit was a fixed fight, bro. Otto Wallin could not get flatlined like Francis Ngannou because they had it to set up a fight with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he got hit by a very nice shot with Joseph Parker, but Deontay Wilder has an underestimated chin. He looked terrible in that fight. Joseph Parker looked good. Joseph Parker just came in there with Yang and beat him clearly. So it all depends on what they're trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Parker, former WBO heavyweight champion, he went in there and that fight was what it was. But more so, people was waiting. People were waiting on the fight. They was waiting on Ngannou to see how he looked against Joshua. And he just stood there and let Joshua blast him out. You tell me, if you've been in there with Tyson Fury of all people and you moved around, and yes, Tyson caught him with some good shots, but he never freaking was wobbled or nothing. Even when Joshua lined him up with the right hand, the first knockdown in the first round, he got back up, made the count. He wasn't a good actor, so he couldn't do all the bobble leg, the stanky leg and shit. He couldn't give you that because he's not a good actor. You know what I'm saying? He's not used to this. You can tell the Cameroon, the Predator, you can tell he wasn't a good actor for this. He wasn't a good actor. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you look at some of them Jake Paul fights, his last, not this past fight, right? You know, but the two before that, when the brother was just waiting, and then Jake Paul hit him. You know, Anthony Joshua fight is no different than that. Jake Paul hit the dude. He fell back. He ain't throwing no punch. And he stretched out, acting like he's having a seizure. Tyron Woodley went the distance with Jake Paul the first fight. Got a bigger paycheck to get hit in the fucking chin. They was just waiting for the right moment. Boom, he get hit and fall straight on his face. Exactly the way Ben Askren fell on his face. Fixed. The boxing dive team. And look, they don't care because when the check clear, people are going to be talking. But it's this one underlining code, even with boxing fans. They hate to use the word fixed. They will see something go play out in front of them, and they don't want to use the word fixed, man. They just sit up there and say, oh, well, Joshua blessed him out, man. I'm saying, let's look at, let's look at it a little bit deeper. Let's do some comparisons here. How can you step in there with the current reigning WBC heavyweight champion and go 10 rounds? And then Joshua, look, just like I said, they had to build him up to this moment and getting the knockout over Robert Helenius. Why not Jermaine Franklin? He didn't knock out Jermaine Franklin. He goes up there and starches Robert Helenius because Deontay Wilder already did it in under one. He already did it. So they put Joshua on a knockout streak. They had to revive his knockouts, y'all. He couldn't knock out Usyk in 2 fights. So they had to revive this shit. This is Eddie Hearn's mastery. This is Eddie Hearn's fucking mastery, yo. He knocks out Robert Helenius. Then go in here and Otto Wallin stops on the stool. He retires on the stool, bro. Otto Wallin retires on the stool. He didn't take hardly any damage. Quit. You know what I'm saying? He quit. And then, here go Francis Ngannou. He's getting all the glory. He talks about how people were swarming him. How people was just, he said, oh, this is what it's like. This, because he never felt that in MMA. You know what I'm saying? He never quite was this big star in MMA. But yet, when he had that freaking performance against Tyson Fury, he gained more fans in the sport of MMA and boxing. He even said in an article that, oh man, he come on deck and people were swarming him. Well, let's see how those numbers look now. Y'all went overboard to sell that shit. They went overboard to get $100 million fight, y'all. They went overboard with an 0-1 fighter to get $100 million fight. They went overboard. Boxing is struggling so much that they're in the sandbox. People who has money. So in order to make that happen, all you have to do is look at their promo. Look at their promo. The Saudis over there, man, they have a certain way on how they do their promos for boxing. Do you see the trend? All of it looks like it's a scary movie. You know what I'm saying? A horror movie. Most of their promos look like a Marvel comic movie, like a Gotham Batman. That's how they put it out there, bro. They got the money. They got that liquid. They got that liquid money, and they have deep, deep pockets. So them setting up something like this for Joshua to face the winner of Fury Usyk, who's very much coming up real soon. This is going to be a fight where Tyson Fury or either Usyk is there to face Joshua. Joshua finally gets his opportunity, y'all. Finally gets his opportunity to fight for undisputed. Finally, even though Fury and Usyk has a rematch clause, Al Sheik keeps saying of Fury. You know what I'm saying? What's the purpose of putting a rematch clause in there when it's dealing with Riyadh if a fight's going to happen in between? But now the stage is set. Of an 0-1 boxer. An 0-1 boxer has went viral. Anthony Joshua is now back in a place where he was dormant for quite some time for not doing shit, losing his mind, acting all erratic post-fight, losing to Oleksandr Usyk twice, to come back and fight Jermaine Franklin, a warehouse boxer who ended up, getting a couple of fights and get some good checks. He didn't knock him out. And he had nowhere the competition of Joshua. Joshua's been to Derrick James for 2 fights. He was there for Jermaine Franklin and Robert Helenius. Nothing special, except all of a sudden, Robert Helenius posted up against the ropes and said, cheese, and goddamn Joshua took a snapshot. Boom, up out of there. Knocked out. Gone. He fights Otto Wallin in a lackluster fight. People up here talking about, oh man, Joshua, oh man, he did this. Did you see Otto Wallin fight Tyson Fury? The man hasn't lost since he lost to Tyson Fury. He beat Tyson Fury up. He beat him up. And he comes in here and get a shot with Anthony Joshua. And he sits on a stool and say, no mas, I can't continue. Why? My eyebrows hurt. The pores of my nose, the tip of my nose hurt. I mean, hardly any damage was done. Real talk. So he gets to Wallin. He comes in here and he starches freaking Francis Ngannou. To set the undisputed fight up, y'all. To set the undisputed fight up. That's all. This is all what this is about. To get Joshua back in the running. This is Eddie Hearn. He's a master at this shit, bro. It took him a little bit of time. But, knowing the sheiks, rubbing elbows with them, gripping grand photos, doing business, helping them out with putting on these boxing cards. Yeah. The time is now. Joshua walked around with his chest out, y'all. They let Joshua grab the mic and talk to the people. Now Joshua's in line for the undisputed heavyweight title. Because the whole point is to try to make the people and the consumers believe that Joshua is the best heavyweight of all time. You know what I'm saying? They want people to believe that Joshua is the best heavyweight of all time. The UK needs something to validate their boxing community. Where others have failed, they want Joshua to sit at the highest peak, and him picking up the titles a third time, but with one more to pretty much seal the deal as being the heavyweight undisputed. That is the ultimate goal. I'm just curious to see who's going to be the dance partner. Are they going to rob Usyk? Because Tyson Fury is all about the play now. Tyson Fury is all about the underhanded, alley-driven, under the table, basement, shady type of stuff. He's all about that. Let's be honest with ourselves. He all about that. I'm looking for Tyson Fury to go ahead and beat Usyk. Fair, in the square, with a little bit of assistance from over there. That third man in the ring. If the fight ain't going the way, hey, expect another referee, just like they did Ray Vargas the other day. How they sit up there and rob Nico. Ray Vargas got a draw when he should have lost his belt. You see what I'm saying? He should have lost his belt, bro. Clearly. And they was trying to say they wanted to set that fight up with Raymond Ford. Well, Raymond Ford might get Ray Vargas now. You know what I'm saying? And he can go in there and break him down and become unified. Who knows what's going on? But my primary topic is this heavyweight scheme of Anuba that's going on. I sit up here and broke this shit down for you. This shit has been in the works for quite some time now. That's why it took them a while to really develop and try to see what's going on with the heavyweights. How do we, do it from the sandbox? You notice that these big fights are taking place over in the sandbox and nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining about us not having a U.S. heavyweight champion. Nobody's complaining that these fights aren't taking place in the U.S. No, look, that's how you brainwash the fuck out of somebody that's already dumb and stupid. Boxing fans don't have a clue. They just hear and say, man, I just want anything. Just give us anything, man. These fights are taking over in the Riyadh, and people's like, yeah, that's cool. That's great, man. At least we get the fights, man. They up here praising the sheiks, man. Because they're putting on fights, and they will wish that how they're putting on fights over there would transfer over to how fights should be basically put on over here in the U.S. But the money is funny, and just like my boy Nick Trignoti would say, and the change is strange. You know what I'm saying? The money is funny and the change is strange, man. Because at the end of the day, when we talk about Riyadh, they don't have a problem sourcing the money and making everything happen. But if you're going to be over there, they're going to provide you with the script. If you are in a position where the script has to be handed to you. And we saw Francis Ngannou get the script. And look, what do you think it said? Hey, son, you're 37 years old. You're not a bigger name than Joshua, first of all. You're not a bigger name than Joshua. Joshua's younger than you, all right? First of all, and you're signed to PFL. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going the distance. We paying you your largest paycheck ever that you never would have got in MMA. We giving you $20 million. $20 million now. And you should be sitting very, very well for a long time. And you can go back over there to that cage and get ready to fight for the title over there. And I guarantee you when Francis Ngannou comes back over to PFL and fight for that heavyweight championship, he's not going to get blown out like he did with Anthony Joshua just standing there. I've never seen Francis Ngannou go in there and just stand and get right back in the firing zone and get blasted on and get right back up from a knockdown and get blasted on again. Didn't make no corrections. Didn't say, let me use what God blessed me with. I have a left ankle and a right ankle. Attached to that is a foot. Let me utilize my ankles and my knees and my neurological headquarters, which is my brain, to basically become a lateral moving target. No, I want to be a tree stump, a Cameroon tree stump. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to be today. I want to be a stop sign. That's all. I want to pretend like I'm in quicksand and seeking I make it up out of here once Joshua land this shot on me. He didn't move. He didn't make no corrections. He just let Joshua goddamn sign that check for him. How do you get blasted, hit in the mouth like that, right? That's that early in the fight. Joshua hit him in the mouth. For you to get hit in the mouth and get back up and do the exact same thing tells me that you got the orders. Now, look, check this out, listeners. And shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, right? Check this out. When asked, Francis Ngannou, how do you feel about a knockout from Joshua? I don't feel no type. I didn't feel it, and that's what knockout is. I didn't feel the shot. So emotionally, right now, emotionally. Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I'm back, people. Let me get to this chat right quick. What's going on, Air Salute? 581, what's good? JD, what's good? Ngannou stepped up and took the beating Wilder was supposed to take. I mean, I know this is an easy time for you to mention Wilder, but Wilder did take some punishment from Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? Wilder has taken punishment from Luis Ortiz. He took punishment from Tyson Fury. Wilder has been in the ring where he's taken punishment. Who has knocked Wilder out cold other than Tyson Fury? Both of them has knocked each other out cold. It's just Deontay Wilder stayed out longer than Fury. Wilder knocked out Fury in the first fight they ever stepped in the ring with. And this is not even about Wilder. He's fighting Otto Wallin next. This is about Anthony Joshua, blasting out freaking Ngannou. And the whole storyline is what we know in boxing. The fakery, the fakery, the fakery. Period. And it's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Outlaw Pugilist, what's good? What's good? Wilder fought Parker, yes, but any other Wilder, hell no. I mean, the Wilder that fought Parker, obviously, he took the punishment and he got beat. I mean, he had a mediocre performance. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? But yet, Parker landed a good shot on him, and he still made it to the final bell. You know what I'm saying? Underrated chin. But say that Anthony Joshua would do that, no, because Anthony never wanted to fight Deontay Wilder. He still don't right now. You know what I'm saying? He still don't want to fight him. But, I can't even give a shout out to Anthony Joshua. I'm still saying the man is overrated. Anthony Joshua is a manufactured champion, bro. Everybody know Charles Martin freaking took a dive. Everybody know that he got Vladimir Klitschko out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know he was hurt in the Joseph Parker fight. And Joseph Parker went in there to survive. When he picked up the WBO title. Man, come on. Joshua is one of the biggest farce in freaking a long ass time. Just because you can get in the weight room and build up your chest and get some muscle, the weight champion, just because you the shots that you want. Yeah, you got the Alexander Povetkin on your record. Okay, kudos. But don't come telling me a Dominique Brazil, a Dillian White. Don't come giving me those names. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear nothing about all those journeymans, He went and got a Vladimir Klitschko to fight in Wembley Stadium when Vladimir was at home in retirement ice fishing. Come on. Dragon, what's good? Jeff on deck, what's good? I don't think Wilder's finished. Wilder's now focused on sleeping with his brother's wife. That's a funny one, but it wasn't his brother's wife. You can't be sarcastic about it and put a lie at the end. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. But you put a lie at the end. It wasn't his brother's wife. I've been saying AJ and Fury, the fight to make. I know a lot of y'all said AJ and Fury was a fight to make. But I'm looking at it like it makes all the sense in the world that I told you all that no one wants to see Anthony Joshua and Usyk 3. He lost to Usyk already twice. A rivalry isn't built when you lose to somebody twice. Just ask Daniel Cormier with John Jones. The moment that he started bawling out, crying, and lost everything because John Jones beat him up again from coming off suspension. It's a far stretch, but all I'm saying is Anthony Joshua lost twice to Usyk. Who wants to see that again? Who wants to see that again? They want to now create the grand finale. They want to create the grand finale, y'all, to get this heavyweight undisputed fight finally done. And Joshua is one half of the finale for that $100 million+ heavyweight undisputed. They lined him up real nice. They lined up freaking Ngannou first, got him up out of there. Now, Joshua went from lining up Ngannou to being in line. Now we have to wait for Fury Usyk. Let's see how that plays out. See how the script is written in that. You know what I'm saying? And now they're going to put Joshua up on the pedestal again and whoever else is going to be. You know what I'm saying? And right now, yeah, Fury. Fury, Joshua, will be a grand fight. I can't imagine a promo that's gonna go into that and everything else. But still, I feel that the backstory of both of these guys, Tyson Fury being a former unified heavyweight champion, and two-time unified champion, and Alexander Usyk, formerly undisputed at cruiserweight. I mean, come on, man. He's defended his titles at heavyweight, but can he get past Tyson Fury? Is he in the script? Is he in the script? Look, is he in the script to dip? You know what I'm saying? Is Alexander Usyk in the script to dip? Is he gonna get blasted out by Fury, y'all? Golden said, I know that if Wilder get back to the fight, like it KO AJ. I mean, we don't know where that Wilder is at. If Wilder's not hungry enough to get back, in the ring right now, because I see him on doing commercials and everything like that. I'm not mad at the situation. Anthony Joshua has ducked Wilder from the test of time. You know what I'm saying? He never wanted that fight. He was so happy that Wilder was beat by Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he was happy. And all of a sudden, it's not out the picture. It's not out the picture. Me and Deontay Wilder, it's not out the picture. I'm AJ, and I'm still trying to be the best ever in the UK. So, I'm gonna get with my team. One, I'm gonna get my team. Two, I'm gonna see, what's the best day, best day to have that meeting. Three, I'm gonna order food for everyone. No need for DoorDash. And we're gonna sit down and plan, this grand finale for Anthony Joshua, myself, AJ. Yes. That's what they're gonna do. They're trying to they took a good minute, bring AJ back up to the throne, y'all, to fight for the titles. And he's back. You know what I'm saying? Do the paperwork and matchmaking, selective matchmaking, paying the right opponents. That's all you see going on right now, man. I mean, just think about it. I told you about Tyrone Woodley. I told you about Ben Askren. I told you about Jake Paul's opponent, stretched out again. That he sent another doughboy in there that he just beat. You know what I'm saying? And he's up there putting his finger over. Look, check this out. This is the crazy part. This shit is going to be going on possibly in Riyadh and all over the place where they can make the most money. And it's all about the people that's in the network that can make this shit happen. And look, the wild part about it is that Mauricio Suleiman, if I'm not mistaken, he was talking about putting Francis Ngannou in the WBC rankings. Right? No. Check this out now. So right now, the rumor mill is that, for Jake Paul to somehow in the future get a title shot. Anyway, that's another day. Sheldon on that was good. He took a clean elbow for Tyson and ate it like it was nothing. Hey, OG, don't explain nothing to him. Don't explain that to him. Look, these boxing fans, some of these boxing fans today, they enjoy, they love, they're infatuated with being lied to. No. You don't have to lie to them through words. You know what I'm saying? They love to be lied to based off their own delusional perception, which is drowned in bias. That's it. This all these people want to do. They look at something and they'll tell you, I've been calling him boxing for 30 years. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. I've been looking at this sport since I was a youngin'. I'm telling myself, like, you see things that's fucked up, but you don't want to use the word that it was influenced or predetermined, premeditated. You don't want to use the word FIX. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to use that word because it takes away from your smile. It takes away from what your belief system is. Boxing don't have no morals and principles. It ain't no motherfucking code out here. This book, you go through the index. I say, man, this is better than the Bible. This shit they got for boxing is better than the Bible. Come on, man. People up here actually believing that Joshua, he beats a 0-1 MMA fighter. And they're saying he's back? No, hold up. These are so-called boxing fans, y'all. The absolute stupidity that they're willing to go, the depths of stupidity, especially on social media, when they want to come over here on the fake on the fake titles, you know what I'm saying? And they really dare sitting, and they don't have no problem with it. They don't even come over here under their true name. Believe me, if I don't know you and you're typing a lot in the chat, I'm not going to give you the time of day. What I can tell you is this right here. This will run you off. You know, give me a Cash App. Maybe I'll recognize, you know, all that energy you putting in the chat. I know the people who come on here and support me all the time. I know them. And I know the ones that just drop in when there's nothing else for them to do. And it may be a good topic. You know what I'm saying? I know that. But I'm one of the only channels that'll actually interact with the chat. I'm not interacting with everybody. I'm definitely not doing that anymore. Because some of you are typers and you under here on the fake freaking titles and you want attention. At the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. If you believe just even a droplet that AJ's win last night supposed to be something special, then you are a platinum casual boxing member. You are a platinum member of what casual boxing fans are. You're up here celebrating a man who was 0-1 in the boxing ring just because he got next to Mike Tyson, and supposedly that was the whole setup. Look at Mike Tyson about to face Jake Paul. It was the whole setup to get Mike Tyson back in the attention span of the boxing fans, to get him back in the silhouette of notoriety, just to build this fight up with him and Jake Paul. That's why they put him with Francis Ngannou. Oh, he's training with Mike. Mike got paid and did what he was supposed to do. That's all. And now he's scheduled to fight Jake Paul in July. They're setting Jake Paul up to actually have one of the worst torrent freaking box wrecks of manufactured boxers ever in the sport. All because he has money and he has his own promotion. They're pretty much playing Lego. They're building this man's freaking box wreck up to get him to go in there for a title shot. And being that boxing has all these titles floating around, they're going to try to make Jake Paul a champion. And they're going to look at his record and they're going to say, it's nobody in the history has fought this many legends. And da da da. Look, Mike Tyson go in there and get dropped. If Mike Tyson go in there and get dropped, I don't want y'all going in here and saying, oh, Jake Paul, one of the hardest hitting, boxers ever. We're talking about a guy who fingertips and his brother was doing Vine compilations. A fighter who still has many flaws in his game. But he's not getting I got to get back to AJ. I got to get back to AJ, a.k.a. No Way. All right? No way are you going to convince me that this man landed a shot that should be considered special. He did nothing except throw a right hand. to a fighter. To a fighter, y'all. Any other fighter that was in there with a record like that, y'all will be up here saying, oh man, that was supposed to happen. No, y'all are actually on AJ nuts again. And that's not even my terminology I use at all, but I will use it today. You all are out here harvesting, you know what I'm saying? Like it's fall all over again. You AJ harvesters are out here again. Y'all been waiting on this moment and waiting on this moment, man. Otto Wallin wasn't it. But him going in there, knocking out Francis Ngannou the way he did, you all felt it was a 2-for-1 special. That's why you got people over here talking about Deontay Wilder. Because you went in here and beat Francis Ngannou. They said, oh man, you might well put Deontay. If he knocked out Francis Ngannou, he'll definitely knock out Deontay. He ducked the man forever. Francis Ngannou was waiting to get that Deontay Wilder money. So that's why the $20 million, he understood what the script was. He went in there and allowed the front end of Anthony Joshua's glove to molest his lips, nose, and his jawbone in the most damaging way possible. When Francis Ngannou was asked about the knockout, he said, I didn't feel it. Of course you didn't feel it. Of course you didn't feel it because you was busy, had your mind on that $20 million that you was about to get paid. I mean, hey, they say the mind is a terrible thing to waste, especially when you was thinking about the money you was getting paid when Joshua was about to land those 3 shots on your ass. You was busy thinking about everything that you can buy that you thought you would never get in life. Don't y'all come over here acting like this dude Anthony Joshua is the creator of all creators of boxers, and he's back. Man, come on, bro. It proves my point. A lot of you dudes are back out here ordering your full-size AJ posters. A lot of you dudes gonna replace the one you already have on the wall that's all fogged up from those steamy showers that you had. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you are running to the Dollar Tree to get those spray bottles once again. And cause this week, oh man, hey, when I get my goddamn AJ poster, I just can't wait to put that right up once again, right by the shower and spray that water on there with that spray bottle. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he's my favorite fighter. Oh, no doubt about it. He's my favorite fighter. The AJ nut chasers are back in full effect, just like it was fall all over again. They're back, y'all. They never went anywhere. They was just walking around. You know how you see those squirrels and chipmunks and everything? They have them nuts inside of their jaws, and the jaws be all puffy, and they take them to a place where they just hide them out. You know what I'm saying? When winter starts to come, they hide them out so they'll know where the stash is at. That's pretty much the same thing we got going on here. These boxing fans, they wasn't talking about AJ when he lost to Andy Ruiz. The hype train was derailed. They left AJ hanging. And then once again scripted, Andy Ruiz came in overweight. AJ fought where? Hold up. Where did AJ fought? Did he fight in the States again? Did he do a rematch in NYC? No, he went over to the Sandbox. AJ fighting in fixed fights over there is nothing new. They did the same thing with Andy Ruiz, just fought him on the outside. Andy came in there looking like a beluga whale that just finished Taco Tuesday and drinking a whole goddamn case of freshly made top shelf margaritas. You know what I'm saying? This man had carne asada goddamn coming out his mouth, Snickers melting in his pocket, and Joshua was able to goddamn go in there and have an easy fight. What was that fight again? What was that fight again? To get his titles back? What was that? Because he got blasted out in NYC. This man don't even want to come back over here, y'all. This man is scared. This man is scared to come back over here, dog. This man is so paranoid. He'll come over here and train with Diddy James. You know what I'm saying? And then go to an undisclosed location, underground bunker, to be out of sight, out of mind. I don't want nobody knocking me out and asking me about that knockout, man. I'm so afraid, man. I don't want them asking me about Andy Ruiz. You know, Joshua don't want to be asked about the truth of his freaking resume. But you know, my FICO score of boxing, it took another hit the other day, last night. Yeah, it took another hit. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was a Friday fight and all. But that boxing took another hit on his FICO score, man. Boxing FICO right now is sitting at about a 6.2. You know what I'm saying? That's where the boxing FICO score is for me, about a 6.2. That's under 10. I don't want to get it twisted. That's not anything talking about a 620, close to 700. No, that's a 6.2 on the lower scale. Because Joshua has been over there before and had a fight that was fixed. And then, you know, he got to a point where he had to step up and fight a legitimate contender, Alexander Usyk. Went right back in for immediate rematch. Lost. Now they want somebody else to try to do the dirty work. And that somebody else is Tyson Fury, because Anthony Joshua couldn't keep his belts, letting Usyk beat him twice to get back in there for the grand finale of Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury. So this is what I'm thinking, Usyk, if you're listening. Usyk, I think they about to set you up real nice. They about to rob you and take those belts, and they'll say, hey, you have a rematch. Calm down. There's no need for all of that. You have a rematch. But in between that, we're going to get Tyson Fury and Joshua. Okay? Start. We paid you well, and you know this was on the horizon. Hey, that's what we're about to see, Usyk. I hope I'm wrong, Usyk. But they about to rob you with 3 Bs. They about to rob you with 3 Bs just so they can set up the Anthony Joshua fight and Tyson Fury, and goddamn have one of the highest paid heavyweight fights in the history. Because people, all they're going to remember is him blasting through a statue-esque freaking Francis Ngannou. Now Joshua's walking around with his shoulders back and chest out. I'm back. I'm better than the Terminator. I'm back. I'm better than the Terminator. I'm back. Eddie, thank you. I'm better than the Terminator. Eddie, thank you. I'm better than the Terminator. I mean, Joshua's going around here feeling real good. You know, 252. Ngannou coming in there with 272. I mean, maybe the 272 was in his ankles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they gave him some freaking water, but yet it was goddamn plaster of Paris, and he swallowed the shit, and his goddamn intestines started to harden up, and he couldn't move like he wanted to. Maybe that was it. Maybe he was passing a motherfucking stone or something in the time he was in there fighting. I could tell you this man didn't seem like he was upset at all. Francis Ngannou had that look on his face like, yes, I hate myself. I hate myself so much. But it'll all go away. When I settle down, get out the shower, get dressed, go out to eat, and check my account balance. And then that's when everything will clear up. The sun will shine and the smile will return. That's what I wanted. I'm going to make a phone call back to my people and say, I did it. We can build those schools that I talked about. The money has cleared. We have did it. Yes. Call Wakanda. Yes, right now. And I tell them we want to buy, Francis Ngannou, I want to buy, let me see, how much is vibranium going for per share? Tell them I want 2,000 shares of vibranium. Yes, ASAP. Goddamn it, Ngannou's about to go buy some vibranium, y'all. And they got paid, dog. He got paid. Don't laugh, dog. I'm serious. He made that phone call. You know what I'm saying? To the Black Panther. I return. I want to buy 2,500 shares of vibranium. Have it waiting. I pay cash. He's going back in there to buy that vibranium now. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. And I'm glad all the revelers on deck. He said, don't nobody take a dive. Who is nobody? I'm talking about somebody. Just not anybody. I'm talking about Francis Ngannou. What are you talking about? Why? Look, you know when people show up on your chat and they all seem mad. You know they up to no good. They just want to come over here and they type angry. Everything they type is against what I'm saying. Dude, don't put that much homework on a Saturday. This is supposed to be your day off. Okay? Stop it. This is supposed to be your day off. Relax. You understand? Relax. Y'all coming in here typing all angry typers. Hey, you coming over here angry typing, dog. What's wrong? What's wrong, dog? What's wrong? Chill. Y'all putting too much energy into this. AJ is overrated. He will always be overrated. He's a manufactured boxing champion. And just like Eddie said, he owns him. So that's why he hasn't been able to go anywhere. Nor would he thrive or flourish with anybody else. Because he's locked in with Eddie. He has to go where Eddie has planned for him. And Eddie, being that he's, in good with the Sheiks over there, he's just lined Anthony Joshua back up for another title shot. You know what I'm saying? He just lined him back up with a so-called brutal knockout that required Francis Ngannou to get oxygen. Francis Ngannou was hit in the mouth, the first knockdown, and got up and made the count. Then he was hit with a counter right on the side of his temple and got up and made the count. Stood right back up there, and Joshua just went in the second round and just lined him up, and Francis did not even move. He took that right on the chin, and that was supposed to be the finale, y'all. And you're talking about oxygen. He didn't need any oxygen. The man was standing up there next to the freaking announcer. This man didn't seem distraught. He didn't seem mad. None of that shit. He didn't seem none of that, man. Francis like, oh, the vibranium has made it. I am so happy. I get to take this home and change the way we ever live. We're going to build a palace like no other. You know what I mean. I'm going to purchase so much. I just got paid $20 million. And with the vibranium, I can triple my money. Hey, man, don't get mad. Y'all was never a fan of Francis Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? You was an AJ nut chaser. That's all. Y'all out here harvesting the shells. You know what I'm saying? You've been here before. You going here to collect the shells from the nuts you already cracked before. Go ahead, collect them shells. Don't let them cut you in the jaw now. Don't let them cut you in the jaw. Be careful. I would advise y'all to use a broom. But a lot of you dudes just want to get in the goddamn character and crawl on the ground and goddamn collect them in your mouth like they do. You know what I'm saying? Francis said he feel anything because he was knocked out. Yeah. He said he didn't feel anything. But ask him this morning, hey Francis, how you feeling? Oh, thank you for asking, WCS. Thank you for asking. I feel great. I checked my account this morning and the money is there. I sent a wire transfer over to Black Panther and I am getting vibranium to triple, quadruple my money. But Francis. But I want to talk about the knockout, man, because as you probably heard my lives before, because I have like 2-3 million, listen to the live stream, Francis. Listen to me. I'm gonna be frank with you. You didn't move at all, and Joshua pretty much hit you with some basic fundamental power shot that you've been in the fight game long enough to know that you have to move your head. Was there any type of favorites being offered to you for this fight? Just you don't have to really get fine detail there. Now that you ask in that manner, yes, that was a favorite. I don't think I should be talking about this, but the favorite was the 20 million. And go on, Francis. So the 20 million, yes, this is the most I ever been paid in my life, and I am gracious of that. But what about the finishing blows, the 3 blows there, Francis? Get to that. You've been hit by harder punches. You know what I'm saying? You was hit. The first knockdown was straight in your mouth and you got right back up, Francis. We know you have a chin. I know. To be honest, and I know you are a U.S. veteran, so I respect you asking me these tough questions. But I will tell you this. There, can I call you Scotty? Yeah, call me. It's okay, Francis. Scotty. To be honest, I spoke with my people and they say it's okay to become a member of the boxing dive team because it happens in the sport, So therefore, it was my turn to step up on the platform and dive. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately for me, the pool was semi-full and I cracked my head on the bottom part of the pool. It knocked me out just a little bit. But when I awakened, the referee helped me up. And yes, I knew then I had 20 million in my account and I'm purchasing vibranium to make my money back. Now, am I upset? Yes, I am very upset that I didn't get this opportunity when I was in the UFC. That is my only gripe and complaint. I am upset that I didn't get the opportunity before. If you have any other questions for me, did you take a dive though? I didn't hear you say that. Did you take a dive? Scotty, I told you before, my friend. And yes, I walked out on the platform and I leaped. And but did you take a dive though? To be honest, I can neither confirm or deny taking a dive, but what I can tell you is Anthony Joshua did land 3 shots on me, and I did not win the fight, and I feel bad. Like I said, I feel bad that I just didn't stay down in round 1. I could have hurried up and went back to the showers and went out to eat and told my people, hey, I'm back home on the first flight cooking, and thank you for supporting me. I'm back to the PFL. That's what's going to happen, man. Back to the PFL, dog. Back to the PFL. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about no oxygen mask. I don't want to hear about y'all coming in here huffing and puffing and pouting. I don't want to hear none of that, man. I'm not here to babysit, first of all. I don't know if you didn't read the road signs on your way into this chat. You know what I'm saying? But one I'm saying, no babysitting allowed. You know what I'm saying? No babysitting allowed. I'm pretty sure you should have read that on your way in here when they was checking ID. Okay? No babysitting allowed. Rubbish. Y'all are talking rubbish in the chat. Rubbish. Bullocks. Y'all are hyping AJ up for no reason. Let's see can he pick up the undisputed titles. You better damn well hope he takes full advantage of picking up those undisputed titles. You better hope damn well that all this freaking clown show, him knocking out Francis Ngannou with a walk-off knockout. Knockdowns. Hitting him with one punch, y'all. One punch. Look, He knocked that man down twice and knocked him out. All was one punches, and that ain't scripted to y'all. Y'all, they ain't scripted. AJ has hit men in the past with one punch and they got back up, just like Francis Ngannou, and they carried on. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Franklin went the distance with AJ. Where was that one punch knockout power? Robert Helenius was touching AJ up until somebody poked him on the back of his thigh when he was up against the ropes. And they say, keep fucking around now. Keep fucking around. We told you what we told you. We paid you what we paid you. Stop going in there fucking AJ up. And that's when he just stood there and goddamn AJ landed one punch, y'all. One punch on Robert Helenius out of nowhere. Just one punch. No, stop it. No, stop it. Don't you dare. Just like my boy Cat Williams say, stop it. We're not going to pretend like he's a killer. He isn't. If it's a script to be made, we just seen it yesterday. We just seen it. Yeah, he looked the part, but come on. He's never been in charge. Eddie Hearns, he's the mastermind behind it all. Joshua, he was scripted. He was part of the boxing diving team, people. I'm letting you know. He's still overrated, just like my guy WCS said. He's still one of the most overrated boxers in this era. Once again, the most overrated boxer in this era. I would never put money on AJ. It's not worth it. Hey, it's funny you say that, right? And look, and don't start bringing the energy. Look, you're not gonna get that energy on when I start. I'm not even on the hot grease mode right now. It's too easy. I'm not even in my hot grease mode right now, right? Look, the volume and the temperature's not even up. But look, this dude say stop hating on the African brother. Oh, for real? When is he African? When he leaves the UK? Because the last time I checked, that's the flag they have to represent, right? When is he Nigerian? When? Because his dad was Nigerian and his mother was white. So you just saying you're going to exclude the Caucasian for the Nigerian? So you're trying to say you're going to do away with his mother's side of the family. Is that what you're trying to say? Don't let me educate you. I'll dip you and cook you. I'll turn up the volume a little bit more than usual. You're trying to say African? What about Caucasian? He's an African Cajun? Is he a Caucasian African? Which one of them come first? Because I know in the UK, they got to represent the UK flag. So when is he a Nigerian? When he leaves UK or when he's walking around the UK? What does he represent when he comes to the boxing ring? What does he represent? Hailing out of Nigeria, we welcome. No, they don't say that. He represents the UK. You know what I'm saying? He represents the UK. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can make it laughable. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want, but AJ is still an overrated, popular, heavyweight fighter. He's had plenty of moments that you all know damn well that man's overrated. Andy Ruiz, the last minute replacement, showed you all he was overrated. Vladimir Klitschko, who was up there minding his own effing business, ice fishing, showed you that Joshua was overrated. Joseph Parker showed you that Joshua was overrated. He showed you that. They showed you that, bro. Alexander Usyk showed you that Joshua is overrated. Once again, I repeat, overrated. When have you seen Joshua land one punch right hands on boxers? On boxers consistently. Just a knockout artist. When? Did he do it to Usyk? Once again, I repeat, did he do it to Usyk? I mean, I remember when he was younger, right? Because younger is supposed to be stronger, right? I remember when he was in there with Ruiz, and he knocked down Ruiz. And when Ruiz was rolling around, getting up off his belly, he stood up and goddamn gave Joshua the power, you know what I'm saying, that he was looking for. He gave him that Mr. Quit. You know what I'm saying? Ruiz gave Joshua that Mr. Quit. He said, let me introduce you. I know you've been thinking about it. I can see it in you. I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Quit. He started beating Joshua up. Joshua didn't know what to do. He's up there crawling around on the canvas like he was looking for what? Loose change that fell out his pocket. He was crawling, y'all, just like a newborn baby on fresh carpet. He was crawling. Ruiz fucked that boy up so bad. Joshua said, yes, I know the quit now. I know the quit. I spill my gumshoe. I know no English. He quit. Joshua quit. All you Joshua advocates, he quit. He quit. He quit in the last minute replacement. Joshua quit. Errol Spence didn't even quit. Errol Spence didn't even quit. And he was getting bludgeoned. He didn't quit. Errol Spence fought until the referee stopped the fight. Not Joshua. Joshua all of a sudden said, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm not from the UK originally, but I didn't graduate grade school either, homeschool. So what you say? And can somebody get up here and can I get an interpreter? I don't know what he's talking about. He's speaking. What is this? My mouthpiece, or do I want to continue? What does that mean exactly? Do I want to continue? What's going on? Where am I at right now? I'm at the pub. I'm at the local pub. Somebody ordered me a drink. Am I at the local wildlife park? What is going on here? Where am I at? Why am I inside this ring? I'm not a boxer. Am I a trainer? Josh will start acting real crazy, man. He started putting on a good show. The man spit out his mouthpiece and quit. This man quit. Quit. Look, Joshua quit so bad, it was to be a spelling bee. And they say, spell the word quit / Joshua / AJ. That quit. Oh, the word quit. 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 Correct. Ding. Man, this is too much, dog. This is too much, man. You know, don't come over here being haters today, man. Just understand that Francis Ngannou took a payout. You know what I'm saying? Just understand he took a payout, man. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that he took a payout. You know, for real. Francis Ngannou threw the fight yesterday, and that's what it is. Whether people want to like it or not, man, 20 million is an awful lot for somebody to take one shot now. Now, you're talking about a warehouse worker like Jermaine Franklin. He was never in that type of trouble. Oh, they're going to say it's Ben Davison. Because when he fought Jermaine Franklin, he was with Diddy James. When he fought Robert Helenius, he was with Diddy James. Oh, okay, I got it. But it still don't add up because Jermaine Franklin, who has less experience than Robert Helenius, didn't never get dropped. But Robert Helenius did. The one who got dropped by Deontay Wilder in less than 2 minutes into the first round. He was beating up Anthony Joshua. And then all of a sudden, pose, say cheese, bing. Fight's over. Good. I was getting worried there a little bit, Robert. Come on now. We pay you the money. You see it cleared. Come on now. Don't take him to the second round and beat him up like that. We're trying to build up this undisputed fight now. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build up the undisputed fight. You had us worried there for a second. Come on now. You gotta understand, in the sport of boxing, when you get the orders, abide by the orders. Okay, it might be it might come a time and place again that you get the orders again, and we might look back at this and say, "Oh, should we give him the orders again? Is he going to do what we tell him to do?" Both of Joshua's eyes were swelled up with Robert Hellenius. Both. Just like T.I. said, it can't be both. You know what I'm saying? You solid or thorough, or you snitch on your friends. You balling for real, or you're leasing your Benz. It can't be both. It can't be both eyes that swole. Anthony Joshua couldn't throw both hands to convince the crowd that he's going to set up. No, they want to end it like Jake Paul did Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren. They want to go for the grand finale. Rocky. They wanted to give you the old school Rocky climax, where Rocky has been on record as choreography, you know what I'm saying, with him and Apollo, and boxers have adapted that shit. Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley adapted that finisher and let Jake Paul hit him and have people believing that they have this incredible punching power. That's the same thing we witnessed last night. Unfortunately, I'm here to try to convince people that it's not absolutely true. Yes, the shot did land, but Francis Ngannou, at the end of the day, he has to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? When he's about to go purchase his first luxury car, he has to deal with that when he's signing the paperwork and then they give him the keys and he's driving down the boulevard and people's like, oh shit. Yes. This, my friend, is without the vibranium. This is from the boxing money. But just wait till I get my return in investment from the vibranium that I have purchased. 3,700 worth of vibranium. I will triple, quadruple, cinco ses nueve. 10. I will triple. I will get my money back. I will make my money back. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. You have to be a team player. It says in the Bible to turn the other cheek. I am turning the other cheek, and I am turning the steering wheel on my new Rolls Royce. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I like to say your excellency. Yes, your excellency. The chic. Yes, Allah chic. Your excellency. Thank you very much for giving me my money. And to be honest, the knockout, it wasn't that bad at all, because Joshua does not really have the punching power that people think he has. You know what I'm saying? You notice that Francis did not look at the fight. Francis didn't get a even moment to land a clean shot on Joshua. He wasn't even trying to, y'all. The man wasn't even trying to land a clean shot on Joshua. He wasn't there to exchange, man. If you know a fighter has a chin that consists of breadcrumbs, turkey gravy, sardine juice, curd milk, applesauce, wet confetti. When you know the packing products that Joshua Chin consists of, why wasn't Francis Ngannou able to land one shot on Joshua, being that he's supposed to be what was that again? And Francis Ngannou was supposed to be the hardest puncher in sports, but yet he goes in there and stand within striking range for Joshua to land a choreographed right hand. This just makes me yawn every time I think about it. I say boxing's at it again. I swear to God, boxing's at it again, y'all. I mean, these highlights are all over the World Wide Web. Okay, the internet. The knockout has went viral, and that's what they wanted to happen. The only way they was gonna make it look viral to sell the fight for the heavyweight undisputed is a script, and they needed one more member on the dive team. And when you're talking about not having to look far, that one half of the fighters that's fighting, he wasn't in the B side. Francis Ngannou wasn't the B side. Francis was the other side. That's all. The other side. That's what he was the other side. And it wasn't no getting out of that. Even though Francis probably said, no, I can be a good. No. They don't know you like that in boxing. And we can't allow you to come over here and knock out Joshua and then go back over to the PFL and help another organization. We allowed you a couple of times to go over here. Now you 0-2. If you commit to signing this contract, do you, Francis Ngannou, do solemnly swear that you will carry out the orders that have been submitted for your execution? And we must iterate there, Francis Ngannou. You are therefore ordered to take a dive. Are you willing to tell the truth that you would carry out this? I am. I do. Sign right there, sir. Sign right there. Hey, get the camera up close. Zoom in. And get the other angle. Yeah, right here. Okay. Sign. Okay. And sign that right there. Francis, we want to thank you for doing business. I hope everything works out with you. I hope you and everybody else over there, able to, be out in the next Black Panther and all that, because we saw your counterpart, Kamaru Usman, in Black Panther. So, and we expect you to be the lead role. Maybe they'll make you Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, after you get knocked out and everything like that. More people know you than you think now. Because with all these highlight reels going around here and all this viral, people are going to know Francis Ngannou for the wrong reason. And this is the guy who was just saying that, oh man, people were swarming me. This is what it's like to be. Yeah, that what it was like was W-A-S, was W-A-S-S, was W-A-S-S-S-S. That's what it was. Now they're going to walk past you like, hey, Billy, is that guy? Look, is that him? It might be. You know who I'm talking about? The one who got blasted out by Joshua in under 2 rounds? Oh, yeah. Jamie, you're right. That is him. The one who became a member of the boxing dive team. Yeah, that's him. No doubt about it. That's him. Man, a big guy like that, just let Joshua do that to him. Man, sad. I don't know what Gumbo's talking about, a hater. That's kind of funny. That's hilarious. Because every time Deontay Wilder slithers off your lips like drool, it burns the surface below where it drops. That's because it's been boiling inside. When you say Wilder's name and people start to seethe, grit their teeth. You know what I'm saying? Come on there, Gumbo. Come on, man. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Carlos Rosado, what's good, man? Say WCS salute. I had to see that replay. That man AJ put him down 3 times. I also watched the vid from a doctor and said it's possible Ngannou had a concussion after the second knockdown. Carlos, let's say this, right? Okay. Shout out to Carlos, man. Let me pick out one word that you put in there. Okay? Let's be clear on the key players in all of this. Just like storms, when they roll through, who they call? They call a certain organization to come clean up, right? after the storm has passed over, right? And that's what the doctors are in this. This was obviously one of those fights where if you want to stand there and get a concussion, we're talking about Ngannou was hit with an elbow by Tyson Fury and then go down. Ngannou has been kicked bone to bone. He has been elbowed bone to bone there, Carlos. He has been in mixed martial arts where they have contact strikes that are bone to bone, brother. You said, the doctor said it's possible. Did the doctor say it was or possible? Possible leaves us open for doubt. Is it possible? It doesn't clarify that it was indeed. In fact, no, it said possible. So therefore, the doctor's just doing a little bit of, damage control to make it seem like, oh man, he could possibly have a concussion. Listen, if you want to stand there and get punched in the freaking face, of course you're going to have a concussion. Of course. Look, goddamn Jake Paul hit Tyron Woodley. He fell on his face, y'all. But by the time they made it to the post-fight presser, who was the first person sitting at the table? Tyron Woodley. He was sitting at the table. And he got hit flush. One punch, one quarter hitter landed on his face, out. But who was the first one at the post-fight presser? Woodley. I bet his concussion went away real quick when that money cleared. He said his reaction time before the KO was conducive to concussion symptoms. It was an interesting video. I'm not laughing at you, Carlos, man. Real talk. So his reaction time from the first shot. Check this out, Carlos. He got punched in the freaking mouth. He got punched in the mouth. The first knockdown. Straight right hand, got up, made the count. Then the next one, he was coming in, and AJ hit him on top of the head. Damn near, on the right side of his head. Something like that. And then the other one was a straight. Let me show y'all. Hold on for a second. Hold on, man. Hold on for a second now. Y'all hit the like button if you feel the need. Even the ones that's on here wasting their Saturday supporting me. I appreciate y'all. So, if you look at the last knockout, check this out. Ngannou goes to the middle of the ring and posts up. Ngannou goes, I'm going to show it. I don't want to show it because I got haters in here. And I know it's going to be people from the zone and saying, oh, you showed it. But look, Ngannou is in round 2. He goes to the middle of the ring. He goes to the middle of the ring and wait for Joshua. He waits for Joshua, who is walking towards him. He goes to the middle of the ring and waits for Joshua to come towards him. He goes to the middle of the ring, stops, and let Joshua come towards him. He goes to the middle of the ring and stops and allows Joshua to come towards him and throw a punch. How did he make it to the middle of the ring? How did he make it to the middle of the ring? He was just counted by the referee in the second round. Then, look, he got up, wiped his face with his glove, and he walked back to the middle of the ring. Why didn't the referee stop it if he had this huge concussion? Francis is walking around. He's coherent. The referee said, "You okay?" Yeah. He goes to his spot and wait on the finishing blow. Man, come on, bro. Come on now. Come on, man. You know, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that link in the chat for all the listeners. I'm gonna paste this up here for you so you can take a look at that at your leisure. All right? You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. AJ gave him a concussion and then hit him so hard and Ngannou concussion went away. Man, look, Ngannou didn't get a concussion from AJ. I'm just giving you my side call. He didn't. That man's been hit by harder and strikes with lower ounce gloves on. Right? Joshua, did they say Robert Helenius had a concussion? Who has had these concussions? Who? It's all about dressing it up real nice on the end and making Joshua out to be this lethal killer. We seen it, we heard it, and now it's back. See, that's what happened when boxing fans are so desperate for content. They're so desperate for boxing to give them some type of suspense and climactic moments that when they get a climactic moment, they don't even know if it's scripted or it's for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know. They just say, "Oh, that's real right there." No, it was scripted. No, it was real. No, it was scripted. No, it was real. No, it was scripted. Hey, he don't have to waste time, Carlos. Come on, the doctors, commission, the judges, man. Dude, you think they don't eat dinner together? You don't. Come. Oh my God. Oh my God, Carlos, man, you better than this. Come on, dog. I feel like I'm being. There's a little bit more resistance there on this topic. I feel like people are mad that the dive orders is a real thing, but they might be upset that I'm the one that's exposing the dive orders as usual. You know what I'm saying? This is a powerful thumbnail. People are looking at it like, how dare he? I used to love Francis Ngannou. I used to love him when he fought Tyson. Not so much in the MMA though. Oh, he did great against Fury. Now all of a sudden, y'all are coming here saying that AJ, who did not give Robert Helenius a concussion, didn't give Otto Wallin one knockdown in the ring, didn't even knock down Jermaine Franklin, didn't even knock down Oleksandr Usyk once. And I hear people up here protesting. I hear agitators out here protesting that Anthony Joshua has now resumed to be this lethal power puncher. Man, come on, stop it. Stop it. Come on, man. Come on, bring it back in, boxing fans. Bring it back in, man. What are y'all doing? Look, I'm not going to go any further with this because I don't want people to get more involved in the temperature change. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with them feeling some type of way about my thumbnail and my words about Anthony Joshua being overrated. He's overrated. Overrated, yeah. Overrated. Overrated, yeah. Overrated. Overrated. He's overrated. I hope that no one is being put in a place that they're upset. They have uncontrollable feelings of brewing, brewing emotions. I hope I didn't put you in that style. That's not what I'm trying to do. Seriously, I'm not trying to do that. But what I am trying to tell you is that let's see if he's able to get the undisputed titles with all this one hitter quitter right hand by a guy that's standing there. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't be that, man. Y'all can't be that way, bro. I put the link in there. Look at the finisher. This is the zoned clip of the knockout. All three of them, knockdowns and the knockout. Come on, bro. Come on. He was able to walk out the corner to the middle of the ring, stop. He was able to find his direction from the corner. From the referee asking, you okay? He said, yeah, he nodded his head. He didn't sit up there like Joshua and quit and spit out his mouthpiece. Let's be real now. Let's be real now. If we're going to cook, let's cook. Let's be real. Let's stop the freaking fuck games and goddamn call another human for what it is. The referee asked the man, was it okay? And then he walk out there. Boom, stop. And Joshua come towards him. After knocking him down, just knocked him down, he's going to stand there and wait. And Joshua hit him with the right hand. And now all of a sudden it's concussion. It's concussion as to why he was hesitant, optimistic, apprehensive, and scared, fearful for his life, to hold his guard up and know that Joshua was moving toward him. So next, what they're gonna be saying? Let me get this ahead of time. So next they're gonna say, hey, what we have discovered here, and we are deeply immersed in the medicine of life. We have found out that our countryman Francis Ngannou, and we know that warrior will not be taken out with one punch. We found out that he had a strict, acute form of cataracts. We are finding out that cataracts can be caused by certain Vaseline, certain particles in the air in different countries, countries with a lot of sand and stuff like that. He had a bilateral acute form of cataracts. That's why he couldn't see freaking Anthony Joshua throwing that very, very what you call the word? What is the word we are looking for? Rehearsed right hand. Pretty much what's the word we look at? Orchestrated right hand. Yes. It's so many words that we could use. Predetermined right hand. We can go on and on, but no. Any man with clear vision, approved to fight, would have seen Anthony Joshua walking towards him and to land that right hand and move out the way. But no, you can clearly see once the referee said he was okay, he walked, he stopped and waited for the finishing blow with cataracts. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, we can't do this. We can't do this, people. What's wrong? What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? You all are gonna take it out on me when I've been like this with AJ all the way back in the day when he ducked Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I've been like this all the way back in the day when they was trying to give Wilder a $12 million flat fee. AJ is one of the most overrated fighters in boxing, bro. Lomachenko comes a close second. Period. Real talk. Chris Colbert, hey, I'll take that back. Chris Colbert's number one. Chris Colbert's number one. Okay, Anthony Joshua two, and you know, coming in third. Yeah, you know, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if Chris Colbert woke up or not, but I just got word he has. Yeah, Chris Colbert number one, overrated, overrated, and then Francis Ngannou. What he did, Anthony Joshua proves that Anthony Joshua is overrated. Unfortunately for Francis Ngannou, he will be attached in that second slot because Joshua landed some scripted freaking right hand. People are so desperate for real boxing fights that when they see some fake shit go on in boxing, they're like in straight denial, y'all. Straight denial. You know what I'm saying? Straight denial, man. Straight denial. Straight denial. You know what I'm saying? Straight denial. But y'all hold it down, man. Y'all hold it down. And y'all continue to go out here on this journey, this expedition. You know what I'm saying? This excursion. And when you're out there holding up those signs, cheering on the number one overrated fighter behind Chris Colbert, I want you to think to yourself, how many other fights on Joshua's resume can you compare to this? And don't say because it was a 0-1. Because if you're going to include the 0-1 status on his box rec, you got to eliminate the 0-2 status anyway, and don't sit up here and hype up the knockdown so much. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that now. Don't do that. You got to make up your mind now. You got to make up your mind. If you're going to boost up Joshua for knocking out an 0-1 boxer, you're going to boost up Joshua for knocking out an 0-1 boxer, you got to calm the fuck down when you're out here trying to say, oh, his power really resonated with a guy who never been stopped in his combat sports career. A fighter who was not moving around the way he usually do. He gets hit. He walks out to the center, sets, and wait for the finishing blow. Oh, man, they sold that real nice. It reminded me of Storage Wars. It reminded me of going to the auction. You know what I'm saying? They sold that off real nice. Real nice, Joshua. Give it up, man. I hope you get an Oscar for that performance there in Ngannou, for real. And I hope y'all get a co-Oscar. Emmy, Grammy. Hey, that right there for $2 million. I hope they make a TV series. And I hope they put that clip, you know, in Creed 4 or 5. I hope they put y'all in there, man, to cross paths with one another, and you know, give you some movie time. Now that we going off scripts, I hope, for real, I really do. I really do, y'all. Oh my God, it seems like people are really taking offense to what I'm saying about. Man, look, I cover MMA and boxing the same. MMA more. Them guys get hit bone-to-bone strikes. Tyson Fury landed a freaking elbow to the temple of Francis Ngannou, and he didn't even budge. But yet, all the movement he did in there with Tyson Fury and the punches that he felt, all of a sudden, him standing still with Anthony Joshua shouldn't be a concern. And it was all because of what again? Look, nobody's talking about that Joshua is one of the hardest hitters in boxing. But if you stand there for $20 million and let him punch you, you might feel a little bit funny. You might feel a little bit funny than usual. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, if I was, a part of this want me to go back to the educational field and use my degree in early childhood, right? And teach the kids who are growing up, the youngins, right? I want to teach them about one specific word if they choose on being in athletics. I want to teach them how to properly, spell overrated. and I want to give them some examples. That's what I might do. I might sign up to be a freaking a teacher, substitute teacher, and just go in there for the whole day and teach them how that overrated is spelled like OVERRATEDJOSHUA. And I want to put a picture up there. That kids, listen to me. Listen. That's how you spell overrated. But it doesn't seem, it doesn't sound, listen to me. What it says in the dictionary and what I just told you is going to be different. But I'm telling you, that was the old traditional way to spell overrated. Now you got to put overrated today's spelling. This is what I'm here for. I want to tell you what I've learned in life. I've been all around the world, and I say, man, English isn't the same dialect everywhere. So that's why I had to tell OVERRATEDJOSHUA. And then to dress it up even better, y'all, so you can remember, you get a highlight marker and you get yellow, you highlight all the way around it with a neon marker, and then put some red in there, some blue, and some green. So you can really etch that in your thought process, how to properly spell overrated when it comes to thinking about boxing. Okay? And in life in general, I want you to understand that. I want you to have that face of that picture in there and understand who was able to spell this out for you correctly the first. That's where it's at. I love it. I love it. I love it. I keep what same energy? What same energy? Please enlighten me, because I have people in the chat that is feeling some type of way. I get it. I get it. The truth does make you feel a little fuzzy and funky and foggy. The truth does touch people differently. It's, for real. The way it works, I mean, it's almost like a neurotoxin sometimes. What energy? What energy? Should I just do this? Let me just take this down. No, put it back up. See, no. I got to leave that up there. You know what I'm saying? I have to leave it up there. But shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. For those of you that may feel a little bit funky, fuzzy, foggy about this thumbnail, know that $20 million is a lot of money, y'all. And being that the ones that's out here being protesters, you know what I'm saying, turncoats, agitators, you know what I'm saying, special resistance squads, I want you all to really take a deep breath and just let this go for the rest of the day. Just let it go, man. Just understand that boxing is at a time right now where fighters are taking orders. They've been given orders for a long period of time. So shout out to y'all. Salute. I'm out. Peace.